RedFOX Labs continues to grow and unveiled its grand plans for its very own metaverse last week. That totally blew away the community, and it was a lot to take in. So we're back today to address some of the big questions with RedFOX Labs CEO and co-founder Ben Fairbank. How's it feel, Ben? You've got it all out now.
Yeah, I mean, we have got it all out, but there's still so much to talk about and so much to show. I think we've got the premise out there, so there's a lot to do, but very, very exciting for us.
Yeah, it's a huge project. What does it mean for you personally?
It's actually probably the proudest thing that I've ever done in my life, and I speak on behalf of the whole team. I think that when we first set out to do this, we knew it was going to be massive, but as we're seeing it come together and the quality of which it's coming together, it's probably exceeded all of our expectations. So we're just humbled and extremely proud of what we're building.
Yeah, there's real buzz in the community as well supporting that, and I'm keen to know, how did your investors, guys like Mike Novogratz, how did they respond?
Well, they've known for a while, and everybody that is working with us has responded very positively. And I think the fact that some of the big guys that were sort of on the fringe have now sort of giving us lots of hours of attention every week. So that's a very bullish sign that they see the potential of this, and everybody wants to be involved, which is a great sign.
Yeah. Any tweet from CZ? Any congratulatory note?
No, nothing like that yet. I think there's probably a lot of people that talk about going across there. Once you actually go across there and launch the chain and the farms and all the rest of it, that's when you sort of get the traction. But that's in the works now. We're already on testnet. We're already testing now, so it's actually moving faster than we thought it would.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So getting back to the announcement, it was huge. This announcement. So for people that are new to the RFOX ecosystem, what would you like them to know, and what's the opportunity for them and investors?
Yeah, I think the thing is that people now have there's a bit of game theory creeping in, because they have the ability to invest in the new virtual space, or hold the token that produces the yields, or to just hold the deflationary token, which is the RFOX. Plus, there'll be ongoing liquidity pools. So it's caused a little bit of a stir in a good way, and I think people are now trying to assess what's best in their best interest for the long term as far as the investment side of things is concerned. So it'll be interesting to see how it unravels.
And can you describe the experience inside the virtual space?
Yeah, the virtual space itself is going to be a little bit of Ready Player One type of feel. So a little bit of the combination of gaming and also shopping. So very, very interesting experience. And I think that once we start to interject the AR and the VR into that space, which will come shortly after the launch, it's going to get very Ready Player One.
And e-commerce, how is that going to look?
Yeah, well, like I say, we're hoping to change the face of it. And some of the people, like I say, the bigger guys on the outside did ask the same question. And then once we've actually started unraveling the plans and showing what we're actually doing, now they're getting super interested, because they do believe firmly that this could change the way that e-commerce operates. A lot of people are still thinking that we're like a Decentraland. They don't quite know how to grasp the concept. So we're really looking forward to this at the end of next month, showing the fly-through and what it looks like and how it all works. And I think that's actually going to blow people's minds.
So you mentioned Decentraland. How will it be different?
Well, Decentraland's a metaverse. It's long established. It's a big player in the space, massive investments, and it's being developed. Where you walk through Decentraland, you might have empty spaces, and you might have that really we're still developing feel. Whereas when you go into ours, it's going to be finished. It's much smaller, and it's much more concentrated on retail experiences and commerce. So very, very different.
Okay. And just going back to e-commerce again, why would someone want to use the virtual space as opposed to using the current e-commerce sites?
Yeah, I guess that the current e-commerce sites, I mean, e-commerce streaming, which is another one of our ventures, is massive here in China, especially now moving into Southeast Asia. The thing is, COVID's changed the way that people have to shop. A lot of people are still isolated. A lot of people can't go out. And when you go to a static website, it's very, very much a one-dimensional experience. It's not immersive. So being able to talk to somebody, being able to visualize what these articles of clothing look like on you, understanding that you have the ability to ask questions and get answers in relation to the products or services that you're buying is a completely different experience. And to have that in real time by trusted influencers that you follow, that's a massive, massive change.
So moving along, what's the easiest way for people to get involved in the virtual space?
Yeah, the easiest way will be, there's two ways. You can either go across to the Binance Smart Chain side of things, and you can actually be a liquidity provider and get a yield, which is the VFOX token, or you can just purchase that straight out on the Binance Smart Chain side, or you can just wait for the space to open and then you'll be able to use your RFOX as a purchase method for any of the goods or services sold within the space. So there's a couple of different ways, and we've already got a lot of people that are interested in owning shops in the virtual space. So we're going to reveal many more details on how that sale will play out in the next couple of weeks and show people what the shops are going to look like and how you get involved further from the retail perspective as well.
Yeah, so you're also going to be providing information about the how to get involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the thing that works in the favour, there's some people that have addressed the issue of how will I get in? I'm going to be costed out, because if it is successful and there's only a small amount of shops, how will a smaller investor get involved? A lot of people already have RFOX, and the people that have RFOX are at a distinct advantage because other people are going to have to come along and purchase RFOX purely to be able to buy the land. So it's going to be in the best interest and the advantage to the people that are already holding. So it's a very good sign, and it means that it becomes a much fairer type of sale.
A question that comes up every week is RFOX any closer to listing on a major exchange?
Yes, so we have talked about that openly. We get into a period where we can't talk about it, and we can't mention names, obviously, because we signed NDAs. But we've passed the final checklist and stages for one of those. The second one is very close as well, but it takes a little bit longer. The first one is imminent. We're just trying to work out the details now, and we'll make an announcement as soon as we can. But as people need to understand, this is beyond our control as to when people list us. It is not our decision, otherwise we'd just go now. But everything's done and it's in place, so now it's just a matter of coordinating with Easter coming up and also just trying to make sure that the time frames are right. So we'll establish when that will be in the next couple of days, and we'll be as communicative as we can be considering the NDA terms.
Okay, great. And I noticed RFOX hit about just over 5,000 wallets as well recently.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And still the thing is that a lot of projects have a lot more wallets than that. So the good news is that we've still got a lot of growth and room for growth. That's not going to be the same for much longer. And once we start to roll out the full plans and we go across to the Binance Smart Chain side of things, we've already got all of those guys coming over and saying, we'll help get you some traction and push that for you. And even the new projects that launch over there end up with 6,000 or 7,000 wallets in the first day or so. So we know that this is going to explode. And one of our biggest challenges, which we're talking about tomorrow, is how to maintain that approachable feel that we've had. And we've been talking to our community religiously. We've been involved with our community. We've made sure it feels like a family. We don't want to lose that. So we're trying to work out how to best manage going forwards to be able to still work and produce great quality products, but also still maintain that engagement level, which is one of our unique advantages.
And what will a listing in a major exchange mean for RFOX?
I mean, it brings awareness. I always get in trouble for explaining this the wrong way or saying what I actually think, but ultimately it just brings awareness. A lot of the volumes aren't real. So it brings new users and new traders to the table. But ultimately speaking, I think the future is once we go across to PancakeSwap and we've got Uniswap, PancakeSwap, and a lot of these high frequency, high volume trading mechanisms that are decentralized, I think you're going to see the volumes go bananas on those types of exchanges. And PancakeSwap's just, it's just mind blowing how the potential that has. And I think we're going to end up seeing much more traffic and traction through swapping tools like that than we will on some of the major centralized exchanges. But I understand that it is important and we need to provide as many avenues into RFOX purchasing as we can. So the central exchange listings will be good for users and knowledge of the project existing.
Yeah, okay. So I can't wait to hear that news when it comes out very soon. This is the start of something amazing. We can see it all happening. That's it from me. I'm Lenny Clifford. Catch you next time. Thanks, Benny.
Thanks, mate. See ya.